Hello and welcome to Impromptu Fiction with Lane and Friends, your new favorite improvisational writing podcast. My name's Lane, and we'll be getting to our friend in just a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor. Tonight's sponsor is none other than Archibald Dunlap's Clown College and Discount Clothing Emporium. Want to be a semi-adequate clown? Want discount clothing that probably has holes? If you answered yes to both or any of those questions, Archibald Dunlap's Clown College and Discount Clothing Emporium is just the place for you. Now, with that out of the way, let me explain the rules of impromptu fiction. I've given my guests a random writing prompt that they have to write a stream of conscious story from. If I want to throw a real curveball in there, I'll force my writers to compose their story in a particular style. My writers and myself are not allowed to edit or rewrite our stories. Once we have both written something slightly legible, we get together and read our stories to each other for the very first time. So on tonight's second episode, well, not tonight's second episode, but the second episode of Impromptu Fiction, we have none other than Kai. Kai, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
This is fun.
I'm good. Not I'm fine, not I'm doing I'm good. I'm here. I exist.
Yeah, I exist. I have work today and I'm getting paid soon, so that's good.
Okay, hey, you know what? That's fine. And, could you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
What?
Well, we know that you're good.
Say. Yes. That is a thing. I go by they, them pronouns. That's a thing that's important about me.
Mm-hmm.
I recently got into podcasting, like, a lot, and within, like, the first 3 months, I got into, like, 4 podcasts, so that was fun.
Wow.
Just auditioning.
So
I got
you've officially been in more podcasts than I have.
Yeah, I got into 2 of them just because someone was taking volunteers, and I'm just like, actually no, 3 of them because someone was taking volunteers, and I'm just like, hey, I'll help. And they just, like, accepted me and just like, here, come join our group. So yeah, that's always fun.
Alright, awesome. And, just for everyone's information, although you're gonna hear it in just a second, tonight's writing prompt was, I believe, clowns invite you to a barbecue?
Pretty much, yeah. There are clowns living down the street, and they just invited you to a cookout.
See, you know more than I do about this show, and I'm the one that makes it. Now,
I've just been thinking about it, because I have gotten next to no sleep, and, like, my brain drifts, and, like, that's a thing that my brain has been drifting to, so.
Well, it was funny, while I was writing my story, it was right after I read your message that was like, oh man, this just took a real twist that I wasn't expecting. And it's funny because mine did as well. It took a turn I wasn't expecting, so I guess I'm gonna put a little warning out that my story ends kind of dark. And I know if you listen to my other show, Sable, I know it's not surprising that I wrote something dark, but it's really I don't want to say out of place. I'd like to think that I made it flow with the rest of the story, but I don't know about you, but I started out mine like a weird offbeat comedy thing, and it just, I don't know why it ended the way it ended, but it did.
Yeah. I don't know what mine started out as. Mine's just like, oh, concept. My instant thought was bigoted neighbors, so.
Well, okay, I wasn't expecting that, so that's good.
But, like, I'm gonna leave the rest. I'm not gonna finish that sentence because you'll see. But, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I don't want you to spoil it for me just yet. And, I guess another warning, I don't do this very often, but I wrote my entire story on paper for some ungodly reason while at work. So if you hear a lot of paper moving around, I'm going to try and take that out as much as I can in post, but in case I can't, that's why. I don't really know why I did this. I did this for the next 3 episodes, so I must hate myself at some point, at some level. All right, so Kai, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to start. Are you?
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Okay, that's what I like to hear. All right, so we're going to start with my story, which I didn't give a title to because I'm unprofessional.
I'm excited for this. This should be interesting.
I'm trying to find a way to hold this without causing too much paper rustling. All right, I think I have it. All right, I'm going to start. The little town of Spriggan was that picturesque vision of Americana living. Everyone knew one another, folks got along just fine, and there was barely ever a crime in the world. Oh, that was care. See, I already told you. All right, I'm just going to start from that. The little town of Spriggan was that picturesque vision of Americana living. Everyone knew one another, folks got along just fine, and there was barely ever a care in the world for the townsfolk, lucky enough to live here. Yes, indeedy, Spriggan was the place to be. Well, except for one problem. One itsy-bitsy problem. Spriggan had been invaded by clowns. It had started about 5 months ago when the first small red car came into town. The regular, simple-minded folks of Spriggan didn't know what to think of this little 4-wheeled buggy. When they saw who came out of the car, they were even more perplexed. 18 clowns poured out of the miniature vehicle, all wearing gaudy, bright-colored clothing and violently red hair. They came in all shapes and sizes, their white face paint the only thing they had in common. After they all poured out from the car, there were several minutes of awkward silence shared between the clowns and the townsfolk. No one knew what to say. No one knew if there was anything to say. That heavy silence lasted as more small cars zipped into Spriggan, more and more clowns filing out. By the end of it all, there were 55 clowns in all, almost a quarter of Spriggan's population.
Oh, damn.
And all they asked for was one singular house. It should be...
Well, I mean, if they could all fit inside the car, then they'd only need one house.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, question before you continue.
Yes.
Am I allowed to just make minor commentary during this?
Yes,
because
please.
Cool. Because
Yeah.
then I'm going to continue this, and because it's fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
It should be common knowledge for anyone reading this account that clowns do not follow our laws of space and matter. It's how they can fit over 20 individuals of various shapes and... I'm not drunk. I haven't even had a drink. It's how they can fit over 20 individuals of various shapes and sizes into one vehicle. A Dr. Heinz Gruber stated that while he can see, feel, and hear clowns, they are simply not living on our plane of existence. All of that was to make you ponder on one thing. If 20 clowns can fit in a toy car, how many do you think can fit in a large 3-story house? The answer?
Oh,
a metric fuck-ton.
Accurate.
I
just
did some
thinking of eldritch clowns.
I did some research before I wrote this story. Thank you very much. 1877 Dursnap Street became the house where all the clowns decided to put their big rubber shoes up. The neighbors were hesitant at first to the newcomers, but once the clowns proved to be respectable and quiet, everyone started living in harmony. Most of the development actually liked the new addition, thinking that the clowns added a sort of something that had been missing in Spriggan. The clowns loved Spriggan as well. They had never lived in a place that was so accepting, filled with people so willing to accept them despite their big rubber noses. All of the clowns had decided that it was way past due that they did something for the community. It was time to officially... I had bad grammar there for a sec. Oops. Or poor grammar. I'm sorry. It was time to officially tie the knot on this friendship between humans and clowns. It was time for a cookout.
Clowns are definitely a different species. That is completely accurate.
Like I said, 100% accuracy in this story, and nothing less.
I'm just like, my story is so different, and I'm excited to read it.
Well, that's the best part of this.
I'm excited for this. It's like, we have a prompt. We immediately go completely opposite directions.
Yeah. 1877 Dursnap Street was filled with excitement today. Clowns were running about the house, trying to clean up top to bottom, while also trying to get the food ready. Things clattered on the ground, confetti accidentally burst in all corners of the house. It was a nightmare, but they all were still trying their best. They can't look like slobs to the good people of Spriggan. They were clowns, after all, not animals.
All you can do, just try your best.
Yeah, just do your best. See, the clowns know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be adequate. That's the Lane Lloyd motto.
You don't have to be the best. You just have to be your best.
Exactly. See, here at Impromptu...
Or just try. That's good enough, too.
See, here at Impromptu Fiction, we care, and we like to give advice every now and then.
Just occasionally, we get advice. Impromptu Fiction and Advice Podcast.
Exactly. For the modern era.
For the modern era!
I'm sure that's not been done before.
Totally not.
No, totally not. Alright. Afternoon came, and with it, everyone living on Dursnap Street was congregating around... Man, I cannot read today. You caught me at a bad time. Afternoon...
Okay. There's a part of me that wants to take this as a challenge and do worse. I mean, with my natural stutter, it's going to happen.
Oh, it's fine. Afternoon came, and with it, everyone living on Dursnap Street was congregating around house number 1877. They all seemed excited, desperately awaiting the party to begin. The clowns had assured their neighbors that all food would be provided for, but everyone had a giant bowl or plate in their hands, all wanting to chip in where they could. 5 seconds passed before the front door opened, Mr. Belly Slaps greeting them with his impossibly wide grin. Alright, I have to get away from the microphone to do this voice. Well, hello there! Oh, wait. Let me try that without the chair snapping.
That might be
well, hello there! He chirped out, giving See, this is why I don't read my handwriting. Well, hello there, he chirped out, giving a honk to his massive nose. So glad you could all make it. I'm sure we're gonna have an absolute blast. He moved from the entrance, allowing everyone to step inside his home. Once people started filing in, they noticed something odd. There were supposed to be more than a couple dozen other clowns in here, but it just seemed like Mr. Belly Slaps was the only one around. The entrance room was awfully quiet, anyone able to hear a pin drop in the silence. Mr. Belly Slaps noticed...
so many.
That's
why they can fit so many. There's technically only one of them, and they just multiply themselves with illusions.
Don't spoil my story! Show's canceled. God damn it. Mr. Belly Slaps noticed their confusion and chuckled. Wondering where everyone is, aren't you? It honked his nose. He honked his nose. I gave it away myself.
Good job.
I am a professional. He honked his nose 100%. Once more. I didn't tell you they're out getting some more things for the party. Clowns are always supposed to be prepared for a shindig, but sometimes even we get thrown a party that is too big for us. His comforting laugh, yes, answer.
Question. You said prepared. I'm not sure if that's a pun or you misspoke.
Which makes me sound smarter.
I am happy with it being an accidental pun because that's hilarious.
Come on, I'm trying over here. I'm trying to put on a good show.
It's a wonderful show.
Oh, jeez. It's my own birthday. Anyway. His comforting laugh poured from his lips. We're just gonna go. We're doing it live.
Isn't that the point?
Yes, that is.
So keep going.
See, it's so funny because I was like trying to be the comforting host. Oh, don't worry if you make mistakes, it's fine. And I'm the one messing up. Anyway,
just wait, I'll end up making absolutely no mistakes and it'll be absolutely hilarious.
I'll laugh. I mean, I'll find it funny. I'll just cry afterwards, that's all.
No!
So anyway, as I was saying, that answer seemed to satisfy the crowd, everyone just nodding, asking for no further explanation. The gigantic clown continued the tour of the downstairs, leading them towards the outside patio. And this is where the story takes a turn for the worst.
Oh, fun. The worst or the worse?
Shut up! You're not allowed on the show anymore.
You don't think that.
I don't.
No.
Everyone followed except for little Anna Max. The 13-year-old had decided to cut away from the crowd, her eyes fixated on the spiraling staircase that led to the second floor. She turned her head to make sure no one was looking her way. When the coast was clear, she began ascending the steps, trying her best to be as quiet as possible. 50
super
steps.
Secret, super spy.
Super secret, yeah. Hunting down the clowns. 50 steps. It seemed impossible that it would take that many to get to the second floor landing, but she counted each and every one. Perhaps she should go down and recount. No, there was no time for that. She didn't know how much
longer. Clowns are influencing the house, making it non-Nuclonian.
You can't spoil the story!
I'm just theorizing. So sue me if my theories are right.
Yeah, I guess you're right, it's my fault.
You're just being predictable.
Oh.
It's your fault.
Put it on the record that Kai, future Lane, if you're listening, Kai is banished from. They're not even allowed to listen to the show anymore.
I am hurt. I am offended. I am hurt. How dare!
I am a sad now. Jeez Louise.
Love you, Lane.
I'm just gonna start and read that whole paragraph over again. 50 steps. It seemed impossible that it would take that many to get to the second floor landing, but she counted each and every one. Perhaps she should go down and recount. No, there was no time for that. She didn't know how much longer she had before someone went looking for her. Downstairs was pretty silent, but this second floor seemed even more devoid of sound, almost as if sound wasn't allowed up here. Anna could feel a cold sense of dread wrapping itself around her, begging her to turn back. And that's when a door down the hall slowly creaked open.
Dun dun dun!
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sound effects provided by Kai.
I am the best sound effects.
Exactly. Top notch. The creaking seemed to go on for hours, Anne's ears beginning to ring. The door didn't even open fully, just enough to reveal the tiniest sliver of light. It was a sickly orange, and try as she might to deny it, something about the hue beckoned her to move further in, to take a closer look. Her first few footsteps were hesitant, the brief thought that she could just leave still echoing in her mind. After a couple more steps, all she cared about was the light, and the room the light was coming from. Creaking commenced.
That's not creepy at all.
It's not. I told this is
totally not creepy.
This ends happily, I promise you.
Totally.
Creaking commenced once more as Anna opened the door further, the orange hue covering her now. What was inside the room was hard to explain. Every inch was filled with what looked like burlap sacks of multicolored varieties. They looked odd, like something Anna had never seen before. She took one more step inside, and that's when she noticed that what she was looking at wasn't bags. They were bodies. Clown bodies, to be exact.
Oh, shit.
These were the clowns that supposedly lived with Mr. Belly Slaps. These were the same clowns that were supposedly going out to get snacks. "What the heck?" she whispered, jumping as the door slammed shut behind her.
Oh, fuck.
"Oh, you weren't supposed to see my friends while they're napping," Mr. Belly Slaps whispered, gripping her head. "They don't like being seen while they sleep."
Napping, sure. Totally, 100%. Totally believe you.
No one could hear her. No one could hear her screams or her bones snapping. There was only silence. Bum bum ba dum brown. She's dead. Okay.
Yay!
Yay! That's the end of my story.
Totally death. Everything's death. Everything is death.
Yeah, but that's what I was taught. Like, at some point, I got to, like, the second part of the story, and I was just like, I want to make this creepy. Because I think clowns are creepy.
This is going to be terrifying. Yeah, mine definitely went in a very different direction.
I know, I can't wait to hear it. But before we get to your story, a brief word from our sponsors. Hello. My name is Archibald Dirigible Dunlap, and I hate birds. That doesn't really have anything to do with my clown college and discount clothes emporium, but I do really hate those flying fuckers. What's the deal with them? Why do they think they own the fucking sky? I don't own the sky, and I'm rich. So get the hell out of my way with your flapping wings and your no respect for people's cars. Damn you birds! Damn y'all to hell! Archibald Dunlap's Clown College and Discount Clothes Emporium, just beside the Denny's and the police station. Come on in, unless you're a fucking bird.
I am not 100% sure how I'm going to read this, because it is very much in script format, so...
Well, we are in for a special treat then.
I am incapable of writing anything descriptive, but I can write dialogue like a pro. So, scripts is the logical answer.
Hey, that's fine. There's no rule that says it can't be scripts.
Yeah.
Although,
Question.
if I want to ban you from the show...
Just add that rule in, then I am never able to do anything again unless you want terrible descriptive writing and then wonderful dialogue.
Decreed?
Rude! How dare. Okay, question first. I wrote miniature character bios because that is how I start out. Should I read those or should I just go straight into like the actual script portion?
I'm gonna get the transcripts for the script so we can just start with the dialogue.
The actual dialogue part? Well, technically, it starts with an action because that is the easiest way to start a scene.
Yeah, you know what? Read the bio. That might help us a little bit.
The technically 6 bios, but there are only 5 main characters.
That works for me.
There are 5 characters, and then there's one labeled Other Guests, because I needed more people to play Never Have I Ever. That is literally my reasoning why I added more people. Like, I needed more people so that way they wouldn't just be the owners of the house plus these 2 other people at this barbecue. Because that would be awkward. And there are minor bits of character development for these guests.
Ooh.
Just very small. Okay, so... I actually named mine, because I like coming up with names.
Well, you're better than me.
And it is called Not What Was Expected.
Okay.
And our characters are Madison Williams, who is a divorce lawyer, who is rather no-nonsense, goes by she, her pronouns, and is white as fuck.
I hate her already.
We have Jason Williams, her husband, who just wants to get along with their neighbors, is a stay-at-home husband, and goes by he, him pronouns, and is also white as fuck.
I hate him too.
There's Mimi Kalupa, who is a mime.
Okay, I like her.
And when not working, is very talkative. Extremely talkative. Goes by she, her pronouns, and she is African American.
Okay.
We have Percy Kalupa, who is a lion tamer, and is very shy. Goes by they, them pronouns, and is Latinx.
Nice.
And we have David Kalupa, who is a drag clown, who goes by he, him pronouns, and is Asian.
Yes.
And then we have the other guests. Miscellaneous guests, who really cares about them? There are 8 of them.
And the rest.
Literally, I have written who really cares about them.
I don't.
Because I didn't care. I used them for character development for the main characters.
I mean, that's all other characters are good for, so that's fine.
Just character development for the main ones.
Exactly.
That's all that matters.
Here at Impromptu Fiction, we also give you writing tips.
Just make up extra characters. It's just to move the story along.
And don't give a singular fuck about them.
Just, who cares? Anyway, on to the actual script part. I'm trying to think, should I have a narrator voice for all the action things?
Hey, I don't
gonna
decide
try.
what you do. Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Madison enters their house and takes off her shoes and jacket. Hon, I'm home. We finally finished up that case. We won. That's wonderful, dear. We got invited to the neighbor's barbecue this weekend. Again? What is that, the second time this month? Third, actually. We can't turn them down again. Why not? They just want to get us to know it. They just... Blah! I don't know what happened there, but that did not work. They just want to get to know us a bit. They moved into the neighborhood 2 months ago, and we've barely talked to them. Well, that's the wrong line. Good job, me. I don't care. I refuse to be seen interacting with people like them.
Whoa.
Well, too bad. Yeah, she's a bitch. Well, too bad. I've already told them we're showing up. What? I hope I didn't peek that. But that is exactly how I hear that line in my head. It starts at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. No, I just said it starts at 6, not 6 a.m. What am I doing? That's a great time for a barbecue.
I mean, you don't wake up at 5 in the morning and go, man, I want to grill.
I don't want to grill ever. It is currently way too hot to grill. We're in the middle of a heat wave. It was 107 yesterday.
Oh,
I'm dying.
That's not good.
I'm outside all of my work. I'm going to die.
Oh, well, don't do that. I don't want I don't want this to be the last thing you ever do.
I can't die. I am in too many things. I have too many responsibilities.
Exactly. That makes you immortal.
I have to live for at least 5 more years because that is the set deadline that is the set end date for one of the podcasts I'm in. I have to live at least 5 years.
Exactly.
Okay, anyway. I know where I was. It starts at 6 on Saturday, and don't even think of saying you have work. I know you don't. Now, I know you've had a long day. Dinner is just about ready. Why don't you go change into something more comfortable, and we'll have a lovely meal. I made your favorite. All right, honey. I love you. Love you, too. Jason kisses Madison on the cheek. Time skip to Saturday evening, about 10 minutes before the barbecue. 'Cause fuck writing 3 days in between that time and the barbecue.
I love your narrator voice, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Madison enters the living room while putting on a pair of dangly earrings. Jason is sitting in the living room waiting for his wife. How do I look? You look wonderful as ever, darling. Madison reaches over and fixes Jason's collar, then kisses him. Did they say if it was a potluck? No, but I made something just in case. I doubt they'll turn it down even if we weren't supposed to bring food. What did you make? A broccoli grape salad. Sounds good. I hope the others like it. I just want to say about this, I looked up good potluck recipes, and a broccoli grape salad sounds disgusting, which is why I included it.
I don't like anything that was just said.
It's just... Apparently it's broccoli raisin salad, and it's not terrible.
God,
My mom's had it before.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get political here for a second. I'm gonna get on my soapbox. If you're a human being who thinks that broccoli and grape salad sounds good, you need to get the fuck off this planet.
I agree. As someone who cannot stand grapes, what the fuck are you doing?
We don't need you. We don't accept you.
Why hasn't evolution destroyed you yet?
Alright, I'm off my soapbox. I'm done. I just get so angry about this.
I'm very glad that I took that needed, step aside to say that, because that was important. Anyway, I don't remember exactly what line I last said, but I'm just gonna say a line that I know I said already, because it works.
That's fine.
Sounds good. I hope the others like it. So do I. I still don't want to do this. I know, but it's too late to back out now. Besides, I'm sure they're nice people, even if they seem a bit... odd. Jason, I don't care how nice they are. They're clowns, for Christ's sake. What if they try to get us to join their weird circus? Okay. Okay, 1, they are entertainers, not clowns. 2, I'm sure your stoic, no-nonsense attitude will diffuse any idea of bringing you into anything as ridiculous as a circus.
Take that.
Fine. Fine, but I swear I won't enjoy this. As long as you don't be rude or cause a scene, I'm fine with that. Madison and Jason show up at the Kalupa household. Madison goes and knocks on the door, and Mimi opens the door. Hi, I'm Mimi. You must be Madison. Jason mentioned you when it came to... Oh, blah. She talks faster than I do, which is weird, because I talk really fast. I'm gonna retry that.
Yeah, do it.
Hi, I'm Mimi. You must be Madison. Jason mentioned you when I came over to invite you two over today. I love your sundress. It's very pretty and compliments your eyes. I'm very glad you could finally make it to one of our barbecues. We've invited you, 5 times since we moved in here? Anyway, enough of my rambling. You can head through the kitchen, down the hallway there into the backyard. Oh, Jason, did you bring food? Looks good. Go find Percy. They should be near the grill. They'll tell you where to put it.
I love this character.
I love her too. Jason and Madison walk past Mimi into the kitchen. Mimi pulls out her phone and calls someone. Hey, David, sweetheart, one of our neighbors just showed up wearing the same dress you are. Yes, I know you really like that dress. You don't have to change if you don't want to, but I just wanted you to know in case you did. She's coming out the kitchen door, so come in through the front to avoid a confrontation. Love you too. Mimi hangs up and checks something else on her phone, then closes the door and heads to the backyard. Madison and James enter the... Oh, I just realized I changed a name somewhere. I messed up a name.
Oh,
which name did I mess up?
Uh-oh.
I can't... Okay. Okay.
Surprise character, James.
No, surprise character... Wait, surprise character... Either I switched to James halfway through the script, and I might have switched back, I don't remember, but I made sure that they all had different letters that started their names other than Madison and Mimi, because I knew I wouldn't get those two confused, but I kept on getting David and Jason mixed up. So apparently, and I think I named one of them James temporarily, but that one is Jason, or James, whichever one it is. It's Jason. I went to scroll back up to the character list. This is why I have a character list, so I don't get my characters mixed up.
Damn it, you read it at the beginning. I thought that would help you.
Okay, it didn't help me when I'm rereading the script and I realize I messed this up. Anyway,
okay,
it is Jason. I'm gonna reread that action. Mimi hangs up and checks something else on her phone, then closes the door and heads to the backyard. Madison and Jason enter the backyard. Percy is standing over a grill flipping a burger. Other guests are milling around and talking to each other. Jason walks over to Percy while Madison goes to shut up. This is past me's fault, not current me. This is entirely their fault.
Here, just make it easier on yourself. Just call him James Jason.
His middle name is now James. Jason James Williams.
But please call me Hank.
Anyway, Jason walks over to Percy while Madison goes to join the other guests. Are you Percy? Yes, I am. Why? Mimi said you would tell me where to put the salad I brought. Oh, does it have meat in it? Meat in it? I can say that right?
Wait, what?
I stuttered a lot on saying, does it have meat in it? I think I just said meat in it. I think that's what I said.
When a problem comes along, you must meet it. Don't die, jeez.
I'm always dying.
I need you for at least another, 30 minutes.
That's my secret. I'm always dying. Oh, does it have meat in it? Meat in it? I can say that line. Oh, does... That's your fault this time for laughing while I was trying to say the line again.
Because now I'm totally just imagining this character just sitting there, there's just awkward silence as they're trying to be like, I'm trying to ask if it has mitted it.
Don't be mean to Percy like this. They don't deserve this.
They're trying their best.
They are trying very hard. They're just a very shy lion tamer. Does it have meat in it? Yes. Why? Then it goes on this table. Gestures to a table near the grill. The other table is for vegetarian dishes. Oh, okay. Puts the dish down on the table. Are you vegetarian? No, but Mimi is. Oh, shame I brought something she won't eat. She'll probably try it. We make sure to have barbecues on our cheat days. Well, that's nice. I'm going to go join my wife and the other guests. Okay. Talk to you later then. James goes to join Madison and the other guests. It ended up with either party not being allowed to teach the parrot mean phrases about each other. Everyone laughs, the other guests continue having a quiet conversation while James and Madison break off from the group for their own conversation. You seem to be having fun. Shut up. Only if you admit that this is not the worst way we could have spent a Saturday evening. Fine. Say it. This is not the worst way we could have spent a Saturday evening. Happy? Very. Suddenly, David enters, slamming the door open. Oh, that's where that line is. I thought I completely forgot to write that line for a second, but it's no, it was just hiding. Because, I had a line in my head, and, sometimes I'll forget to actually type it, because my brain's already moved on.
Yeah.
It's I thought I did that, but no, it's there, I just didn't see it. I'm just blind.
It's okay.
Hello, everybody! How is everyone doing tonight? A few people whoop happily and David laughs. That's good. Now, since I know at least some of us have never really met before, I figured we'd play an icebreaker. So, we're going to play Never Have I Ever. Now, we're all adults here, at least we all were the last time I checked, so this may get a bit wild. Everyone pull up a chair and make a circle. Percy, darling, I know you don't like these kind of things, and since you're cooking, you can sit out, but for everyone else, this is required. You either play or leave. Madison makes to leave, but Jason grabs her arm and drags her into the chair next to him. We've only just shown up, we are not leaving yet. Madison pouts, but stays seated. No one seems to be leaving, so let's get this started. Now, for anyone who hasn't played or forgotten how, here's the rules. Everyone holds out their fingers. Yes, that means you have to put down your drinks, and we go around the circle saying things we haven't done that we think the others have. If someone says something you've done, you put down a finger. We go until we're bored or there's only one person with fingers up. Everyone got it? Everyone nods or says yeah or something along those lines. That was the one thing where it's like, what the heck do I say for stage direction there? I'm just gonna say what it feels like it would happen. Good, now I'll start. Never have I ever gone to another country without telling a partner. Mimi and Madison put down fingers, and I didn't bother saying if other guests put down fingers because I don't care about them.
I mean, they are just other.
There are other guests. Like, they get names, but who cares which one's which?
Yeah, exactly.
Technically, one person never actually gets a name.
Oh.
But that's coming up relatively soonish.
We're gonna name them Royberson.
Royberson. I mean, the original name I had in my head was Ryan, but I like Royberson better.
Royberson's better.
Ryan Royberson. Best of both worlds.
I'm Ryan Royberson, P.I.
They're going to be the next character of the next script I write for this. Well, it depends on the prompt, but maybe. Might happen.
I mean, that name could work with anything, so you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, crap, I just realized I have two people speaking at the same time here.
Uh-oh.
This is the only time I have this, but they both say a thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say each one because I do not know ventriloquism, or whatever the correct term is, so I can't see two things at once.
You can just say both of them said.
I mean, they say different things.
Oh. Well, you wrote yourself into a pickle, didn't you?
Just a little bit. This is because I write for stage and not for podcasts. Which is why I have a lot of actions. And I expect to have multiple actors.
Well, that's your fault.
I'm sorry I have a specialty.
I'm sorry I'm so good at something. It's my problem.
It's more of I'm sorry I'm bad at everything else.
Oh.
That's not dialogue. Or at least when it comes to writing. I can do things that aren't dialogue. Anyway. I'm just gonna say each thing, because I have a different voice for each person, too.
Yeah. That's fine.
It was one time, David! Madison! It was for work, okay? Anyway, Mimi, you go next, and we'll continue in that direction. Okay, since you targeted me, I'll target you. Never have I ever shoved my ass in an ace guy's face during a show. David puts down a finger. He volunteered to come up on stage for that song. He saw the rest of my act. He should have had an idea of what to expect. I would like to say about that, that happened at Pride this year.
What?
There was a drag clown performing, and she's Carla Rossi. Look her up, she's great. Mm-hmm. But she had a volunteer come up to the stage, and this guy was wearing an Ace Pride flag as a cape.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of ass in this Ace guy's face.
Oh, geez.
During the majority of this song.
Oh my gosh.
And, I just specifically remember at one point, the guy is completely, like, just, like, awkward, like, what do I do? I'm just sitting here in this chair, and, like, at one point, like, she stands up on the chair, like, her legs on either side of his legs, and this, like, crotch in face.
Oh, dear Lord.
It was a wild show, but at another point, she's twerking next to him, and he's just, like, lightly taps ass. Awkwardly, like, is this something I'm supposed to do? I don't know.
Oh no, the poor thing.
It was hilarious. It was so great. But yeah, I just, like, I'm giving that to David. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so you. And he points to Madison. It's your turn, but say your name first. Okay, I'm Madison, and never have I ever cried while singing along to musical soundtracks. Jason, Mimi, and David all put down a finger. Are you soulless, or do you just listen to happy musicals? If it's the latter, what are they called and where can I find them? I just don't listen to musicals. Heathen? That is a lie. I heard you singing The Pitiful Children in the shower. Fine, but I still haven't cried to any of them. Both Mimi and David. How? It's my turn, right? Said Jason, because I'm not sure how clear that voice was. I don't know how separate my voices are. My voices that I've given to each person are. I just don't know. David nods. Okay, I'm Jason, and never have I ever pretended that I hadn't listened to something for 3 years to fuck with my friends. Madison puts down a finger.
Ooh.
Okay, I gotta ask. What was it? The Adventure Zone. Damn. Okay, next. I want to say, that is something that I am currently in the process of doing to my friends.
Oh.
I am currently pretending that I haven't listened to the Adventure Zone to fuck with one of my D&D groups.
Don't let them listen to this podcast.
I won't. But I haven't had any chances to fuck with them yet because we haven't gamed in like 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like, I need to fuck with them. I'm going to make a ton of sad references that will make them sad, and they won't know that I'm making a reference, but they'll recognize the reference, and it's like, this is going to be fun.
You know what? You do what you do.
I am an evil mastermind when it comes to this.
Apparently. You sounded so sweet. I didn't know that there was, like, a cold-hearted jerk.
Okay, if it makes it any better, I plan on revealing this to them in a Jumbotron. So I'm going to pay to reveal this con to them. I'm excited for the end game, as long as I can pull this off.
Oh my god. You are a bastard. A clever one.
I try.
Yeah.
Anyway. Damn. Okay, next. My name is Isabel, and never have I ever cried in a Target checkout line. Jason puts down a finger. What? I'd rather not say. Okay, next. I would like to say that I actually came up with a reason for that, and it's really sad.
Oh no.
Do you want me to say the reasoning? Because it's sad?
I mean, my story had a young child get their neck snapped,
I mean,
so
true,
I guess
true.
Nothing's off the table now.
Nothing's going to trump that in, like, horror, but, like, it's sad and kind of depressing.
You know what? Read it. Hit me.
I never actually wrote it down, but Jason was abused, and that's why.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said yes.
Jason had an abusive ex-boyfriend.
I need to go into a corner and cry now.
This is what happens. Okay.
I made
all
this
my
show
other scripts have been extremely sad, so
I have written a grand total of
I have written a grand total of 3 scripts, and all of them have been, in some way, shape, or form, really sad or, like, satirical sad. I mean, okay, literally the first script I ever written was about an abused little girl with a demon-possessed teddy bear.
No.
But it ends happily.
Folks, I just want to take this time to remind you that it's okay to laugh. It's okay to smile. The world's awful, but it's not that bad. There's still moments of goodness. I would suggest you don't listen to this episode, or more specifically, about 51 minutes in. Just turn off. It's okay.
Okay, I would like to say that script ended happily.
Leave a comment about how awful Kai is.
I would like to say the demon saves the little girl and they run an orphanage in hell now.
We're gonna start a fundraiser called Bring Back the Laughs. This was a fucking clown show, and we both wrote horrible shit.
Hey, my sad shit didn't technically happen in this script. That was just my internal backstory that I came up with.
Oh, I guess it was my fault that you brought it up. We're starting a new fundraiser. It's called Get Lane Off of Impromptu Fiction. It's time for his tyrannical rule to end. It's time for him to stop taking away your laughs.
Okay, but then we'd either need to rename the podcast or find another person named Lane willing to run the show.
I mean, my dad's named Lane. I can get him to do this, although that would be a train wreck.
Have him be a guest writer.
Goddamn kids and their podcasting. Man, I derailed you from your story. I'm sorry.
I mean, technically I derailed the story by mentioning that there was a terribly sad backstory to that, but...
Oh, jeez.
Who cares? Who cares? Also, another thing I would like to mention, pretty much every Never Have I Ever I've used in the script, except for like 6 of them, have been directly from a group chat that I'm in, so... Like, I literally just asked, hey, anyone have good Never Have I Ever's that I could use? And like, everyone is just, and like, good, like, I think... mainly like 3 or 4 people is just like, here you go, have a bunch of wild shit I've done. So everything but the first 4 and the second to last 2 are from the Wolf 359 Discord. So. Oh,
okay.
And I've named some of them.
Well, thank you,
I've named some of the characters
fans of Wolf
359.
I forgot the numbers. Yeah. I feel so bad.
Wolf 359.
That's right. I hope they don't listen to this. I didn't mean to forget the name of your show.
Okay, you know what makes this funnier? That's a really popular podcast that I'm surprised you haven't heard of.
No, I have heard. I was just...
You have? You just forgot the number?
I listened to it. I just totally blanked on the number.
Good job. Good job.
Hey, I forget the name of my shows sometimes.
Good job. I mean, I forgot. I once had like a week where I thought I was in 7 podcasts when I was in 6, so I'm just like, what the fuck's that last podcast? And then like 2 days later, I got into another podcast. It's like, oh hey, past me was right now.
You were on the podcast Wolf 475.
Yeah. Yep.
The sequel of Wolf 359 that I'm writing.
The fan sequel.
The fan sequel. The fequel. I'm gonna walk myself out. You just finished the show, okay? Bye.
Bye. Let's just invite one of the other people that's currently online right now in the Discord to come join me.
Anyone in the Sable Discord, if you'd like to be the new host of the show, it's yours. I don't care about it anymore.
This has been a beautiful train wreck.
But it's our train wreck.
It is very much our train wreck.
Anyway, we had a story.
Yeah, I had a script I was reading.
Yep.
Okay, next. I'm Hanyi, and never have I ever eaten an orange. Everyone puts down a finger. Why not? Hanyi shrugs. Okay, next. My name is Aaron, and never have I ever had an uncomfortable conversation with a man wearing camo and playing a guitar about what being high feels like. David puts down a finger. He was playing at a bar I went to and tried to hit on me. Next. My name is Marlo, and never have I ever mistakenly jumped into a fish pond. Jason puts down a finger. Again, rather not say. Madison pats his shoulder. Next. My name is Ray, and never have I ever cosplayed in an American embassy. Mimi puts down a finger. Random guest. I'm out. How? We've only had, counts real quick, 9 people go. Guest holds up a hand with only 4 fingers on it. I've put down a finger every round. That'd do it. Who did you cosplay? Naruto. Nice. Next. That is one of my favorite guests, and also the only one who I never named. I literally have them labeled as 9-fingered guest.
Yeah.
For their second line after for their line after they've revealed that they only have 9 fingers, where they say that they've cosplayed Naruto at an American embassy.
Thank you, 9-finger guest. You really were the hero.
The hero we all deserve, the one who cosplayed Naruto at an American embassy. I actually had to Google if Naruto was a character in Naruto because I didn't know. Just had no idea.
Get the fuck out of here.
Have you told Pacifica to get out every single time every 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Good. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Oh, come on, you know I'm kidding.
I know.
Without you, I cannot make money off of this show. Patreon.com/ whatever I'm gonna call this in the future.
Why not just have it be the Sable Patreon and just have it be like the general Patreon for all your shows? Because that makes sense.
It does, but I don't like to do things that make sense. Anyway, your story.
I'm Alicia, and never have I ever learned to shoot a gun before I learned to tie my shoes. Madison puts down a finger. I'm Patria, and never have I ever licked the Eiffel Tower. Jason puts down a finger. Alicia. God damn you!
Appropriate reaction.
That is a running joke in the Wolf 359 chat. We literally had a weird piece of fiction about, hey, have I told you in the last 2 seconds that I licked the Eiffel Tower?
Oh my god.
It's happened. It's great. Looks like we've come Looks like we've come for a circle. Yes, totally what I meant to say.
Yep.
Looks like we've come full circle, if you leave out the one who ran out of fingers before they went. Anyway, never have I ever thrown a ball of mud that was $70 in a salon at my classmate and started a mud fight. Jason and Mimi put down fingers. Random guest is out. Okay, never have I ever mentioned HPV and circumcision in the same sentence of a monologue I performed in front of a theater class and teacher. David puts down a finger. Another guest is out. Because I just started having guests run out of the game left and right. I didn't care about them. Never have I ever been in a church that used to be a strip club. Jason puts down a finger. Another guest is out. Never have I ever been trapped in a country during a military coup. Madison puts down a finger. And another guest is out. A random guest. Never have I ever asked my biology teacher publicly if dogs and humans could mate. Madison and Mimi put down fingers.
Jesus.
Fuck you two! And another guest is out. You three, what the fuck? Madison, Mimi, and the newly out guest shrug. Mimi, I wanted to see the reaction. My friends dared me to. And then the guest, I was dumb. Okay! Next. Never have I ever been in a 30-minute elevator breakdown. Madison puts down a finger and another guest is out. Damn, a lot of people went out there. Never have I ever given my friend a Christmas gift and had her remark that it would be perfect for bondage despite that not being the intended use. Madison and Jason put down fingers. It was a joint gift. Never have I ever convinced a small child that eating an entire stick of butter was an amazing idea.
Oh no.
David puts down a finger. Never have I ever stepped into an axe fight. Mimi and David put down fingers. Never have I ever purposely dicked around in a strong current that was known for killing people just to prove to death that I wasn't a weak-ass bitch. Madison puts down a finger. Fuck you, honey. Love you too, dear. Never have I ever been involved in a drug bust. Mimi puts down a finger. Never have I ever yelled at the ocean to fight me and then gotten hit in the stomach by a breaker wave and fallen on my ass. Mimi puts down a finger. Never have I ever broken my iPad by putting it in my backpack and then making an elaborate scheme utilizing my acting skills that pinned it all on my baby brother. David puts down a finger. Never have I ever yelled at the ocean to oh wait, did I do that one? I did that one twice.
Yep.
Fuck. I actually put that in the script twice, because I'm a moron.
No.
I'm smart, and I had a bunch of them copy-pasted, so I probably just forgot to erase it after I used it. Anyway, I'm just going to ignore that one.
Okay, we're gonna pretend that didn't happen.
I don't know what random never have I ever to put in there. To replace what Madison says to put Mimi to get Mimi to put down a finger. Improv! Never have I ever stolen a bat left at a convention.
There we go.
And Mimi puts down a finger. Never have I ever punched a guy in the dick because he stole my scissors. Madison puts down a finger. Never have I ever accidentally read porn while looking up historical clothes making. David puts down a finger.
Accidentally, sure.
Was it good porn? It was mad porn at best. Never have I ever created an elaborate magnet yarn parachute doll conveyor system to avoid having to run downstairs to collect them every time. Jason puts down a finger. Never have I ever helped excavate the remains of a plane crash on a school field trip that was not about planes. Jason and Madison out. Never have I ever brutally murdered a bunch of Barbie dolls. Mimi and David put down fingers. Never have I ever spent 3 days in an underground lab. No one? Guess that was just my friend. Never have I ever dated both of my boss's secretaries at the same time. Nobody? Okay. Never have I ever educated my entire friend group on why you should absolutely not use sugary substances as lube. David and Mimi are both out. Guess you win, honey. Good job. What do I get? You get to get food first. I'll take it. And that is the end of Never Have I Ever.
Yay!
I would like to say with the second to last two that I made up.
Yeah.
Those were both based off of the same person in the Wolf 359 group chat. Who is absolutely wonderful.
Good. Shoutouts to them if they listen to this accidentally.
If they end up listening, I'm probably going to share this into the group chat because, like, hey, here's what I needed all those Never Have I Evers for.
Okay, hey.
So, hey, promo.
Yeah, exactly. I can finally get the Wolf 427 group on my side. I also enjoy AI monsters in spaceships.
Yep, that is exactly what it is.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get murdered if one of the creators hear this episode.
And clones, don't forget the clones.
I'm sweating. All right, well, Kai,
and
I know...
there's still more script.
Oh, there is?
That's just the end of Never Have I Ever. That's just the end of Never Have I Ever. There's more script.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. Oops, I was trying to end this too early.
Nope, I am not done.
Okay.
Are you having fun? I guess. I told you so. Shut up. No. David walks over to Jason and Madison. How are you two doing? You haven't come to one of our barbecues before this, right? No, but it has been very fun so far. If I may ask, why haven't you come by before? Jason glares at Madison. Because it is entirely her fault. We've been busy. Jason rolls his eyes. We haven't been busy. She's lying. She just had bad preconceptions of you three and refused to interact with you at all. Jason! What? I gotta call it like it is. Oh, okay then. Well, I hope you've had fun and continue to have fun until you decide to leave. I'm sure we will, thank you. David walks off. Madison lightly hits Jason on the shoulder. How could you? I am not going to stand by and let you lie to our neighbors. They deserve to know the truth. Not when the truth makes me look bad! David, Mimi, and Percy walk over to Jason and Madison. So, David told us what you said, and we'd like to address these preconceptions. I'm just going to straight up ask, is it the polyamorous thing? The trans thing? The drag thing? No, it's none of those. I mean, both of us have been in polyam relationships. I'm trans, and trust me when I say Jason looks damn good in a dress. Well, then if that's not it, then what is it? It's because you work at a circus and she assumed you were all clowns. Well, you assumed right for one of us, two if you count mimes as clowns, but why did that keep you from coming by? She was worried you'd try to rope her into the circus. That's ridiculous. You have to apply to be in the circus just like any other job, and we have very high standards. Told you so, dear. Now that we have that sorted, are you two going to come to our barbecues more often? I guess? Maybe. Give me a bit to get this through my head, okay? That's fine. Why don't you two head home so you can process a bit better? That sounds like a good idea. I think I'll do that. Have a good night. You two, hope to see you around more. And that is the end of the script.
Okay, good.
I had happy ending.
You did.
And she just had terrible preconceptions about just being clowns.
Exactly.
Clowns,
so my story was
weird.
about how clowns are actually evil. And
Yes.
your story was that we should accept clowns.
Is that clowns are just normal people.
And I don't want any SJWs coming into my podcast.
So yeah, very different ways we went.
But I
Extremely
liked
different.
it.
Yeah.
I thought yours was extremely well done.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. And before I let you go tonight, if you'd like to send people your way, now's the chance. I don't know why I'm stuttering right now. If you have any podcasts that you're in, if you want to lead them to your blog, now would be the time to do it. And I will put the links into the show notes below. And my dog is whimpering outside, so that means we have to hurry up.
Okay. Pretty much none of the podcasts I'm actually in have come out yet, and I'm not quite sure when a lot of them are coming out.
Okay.
But I will probably retweet them all as they come out. So follow me on Twitter at SafeStrongAlive. So,
Okay.
and Tumblr Bloodsoaked Strex, because I am welcome tonight, they'll trash.
Yeah.
I know the release date for one, partially because I decided the release date, because I am the schedule keeper for that one. And I decided it comes out on my birthday. Because I can do that.
Yeah.
I have that power.
You have it.
And that one's Project Basilisk, and it comes out February 22nd, assuming all our timing ends up still working out.
All right, so I will lead people to your Twitter and your Tumblr, and we'll announce your shows when they start coming out. So,
yay!
Thank you so much for being on the show. I know we're only 2 episodes in, but this was by far my favorite.
Yay!
And if you want to be back on the show, all you have to do is ask.
I definitely want to be on the show again. This was fun.
Okay, so I'm Lane.
I'm Kai. I'm assuming that's what I was supposed to do for that.
You did it right.
Yay! I assumed a thing correctly.
And I'm a terrible host. Anyway, this is Impromptu Fiction saying good night.
Bye.
Impromptu Fiction was created by me, Lane Lloyd. All the music used in Impromptu Fiction was performed by Bensound, and if you'd like more of their music, to use for your own shows, your own podcasts, or hell, if you just want to listen to them because they're so awesome, you can find the link to their website in the show notes below. Guys, tonight's episode was great. I don't know why I'm saying tonight because I'm recording this outro a week after, but it was so fun. I did not expect it to go so well because Kai and I actually hadn't talked before this episode went out. I mean, we had talked on Twitter and Tumblr, but that's not the same thing as speaking vocally. But they were great. They were hilarious. I thought they were a great guest to have on. I know I said a lot that they were banished, but honestly, I cannot wait to get them back on. They were such a treat. Such a pleasure, and you know what? I'm just going to say it. They're a great writer. I enjoyed their story so much. Really, I know I've recorded like maybe 4 episodes of this so far, and they were an absolute blast. And the other guests that are coming up are also a blast, so I can't wait for you to hear those episodes. There's a weird thing going on with iTunes right now, where if you type in Impromptu Fiction on iTunes, it'll say we have a podcast by that name, but when you click on it, it says it's not available in the US. I have no idea what's going on there. I'm trying to get it fixed. I'm kind of waiting until the end of the week just to see if it's a situation where it's a new feed, it's a new podcast, so maybe there are some problems with that. But I may have to contact Apple because it doesn't really make sense why it wouldn't be available in the US stores now, especially since a lot of people have been telling me that their other podcast catchers have been getting it. But it's a problem for another time. When the show is available on iTunes, you'll all know. Until then, you can follow the Impromptu Fiction Twitter, which is also in the show notes below, and also be putting up Kai's information, so you can follow them on Twitter as well. So I think that wraps it up for us here tonight. Come in next Thursday for when we have our episode with Fallon, which was also a blast. The writing prompt was really good for that episode. It brought out 2 very different stories, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet because I want you to be surprised when the episode comes out. So that'll be next Thursday. Until then, guys, keep writing, write what you love, and more importantly, have fun. Peace.